Greetings all, King Mike this here, wanting to let you know what we just finished in Shellonomics episode 2. We had our good friend Vance Velez join us for some insight on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 for NES. We talked a little bit about the game, and Vance also tried doing a deathless run, and unfortunately that didn't work out. However, there are a lot of sweet juicy tips. For instance, he puts Krang in jail, he dominates Dirtbag, and he also has a way to walk Shredder to where you want him to go in the Technodrome battle. So stick around. If you're new here, consider subscribing for a lot more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle content. Alrighty guys, we are here with episode 2 of Shellonomics. We are here with my fellow Shellathonier, Vance Velez. So today we got him with a crazy challenge, beating Ninja Turtles 3 for Nintendo, deathless. How you doing today, Vance?
Thank you for having me, Mike.
Good stuff.
It's good to be around royalty.
Yeah, exactly. Appreciate that. So what is your origin story to Turtles 3 on Nintendo? How'd you discover it?
Oh gosh, was it like I rented it. So was it like I think was it like an average like once per week as like a reward for like working hard at school. We would go down and like pick like a video game to rent, and of course when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 came out, I had to try it after being like the second one. So that's the origin.
So that's almost like the Pizza Hut bookets then. We used to get rewarded for bookets. You know, you get a free little pizza for reading, and you got something like that for school. I like that idea.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be rewarded with video games.
What was your first experience playing this game? Did you have any family, or did you play this one by yourself mostly?
No, this is definitely a game with family. Like anytime you have like a parent, brother, sister, anything like that, it gives you an opportunity to be able to play games like that on the couch. That's the way we rocked it.
Exactly. Now the other question is, how did you play with your friends and family? Did you actually turn off, how you can hit each other, friendly fire?
Oh no, it's like you always turn it on so you can hit each other, and then you practice not hitting each other. It's just another layer to the challenge.
Can you tell me about a time you overcame a tough level as a kid?
Tough level as a kid?
Yeah.
No, every level was tough. At least after the first level, every level is tough, right? So you beat somebody like Groundchuck, it's like for the first time, it's like happy times.
Exactly. Now, who was the most challenging boss back in the day?
Dirtbag. Dirtbag, definitely.
Did you ever have to use the Contra code, and did you ever beat this as a kid growing up?
I think it's fun to use the Contra code to be able to say what it is. Like one of my favorite things about it is that in the Turtles games, they actually do a riff on it. So in the third Turtles game, it's up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B instead of B, A. So I like how they kind of twist it over there, just kind of keep things fresh. And then the second one, it's actually my favorite version of Konami code, which sounds nothing like it. B, A, B, A, up, down, B, A, left, right, B, A, start. Yeah, no, if you want to use the Contra code, so use the Contra code. It's there for use.
What motivated you to actually try and beat this game deathless, and where did you research, all these hit points because I didn't know until you revealed this to me that every turtle special has different power and every boss has different hit points and power. So how did you do some research on this game?
Oh, it's a lot easier to do research now because you can just look it up on the internet. The internet tells you everything, and then just kind of confirm it by giving it a try. Because not everything is true that's up there, right? It's everybody giving their best guess. So there's that. I can tell you that in terms of like being inspired to do the third Turtles game deathless, was it like the run that I had, which wasn't recorded on Twitch because it was well before Twitch was the thing, because it's a childhood thing, right? I was used to Konami games being something where you can't get hit, because that's what Contra teaches you. Contra, you play that game, to beat the game deathless, you can't get hit. Jackal, to beat that game deathless, you can't get hit. Castlevania, well, it has a life bar on it, but one drop in a hole and then it's everything, right? So I was kind of used to this idea of Konami games are tested so that you don't get hit. So fast forward to like when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, comes out for the NES, and I went ahead and picked Raphael in that game, and because I was convinced by this lie that these are practices not to get hit, I did beat that game hitless.
Really?
Yeah, and I consider that was it like my best achievement in like any kind of game, because like when I look back at it now, it's like, oh wait a minute, that's a ridiculous notion trying to go through that game, especially everything that kind of threw at you, right?
Yeah.
Like the Shredder fight, the samurai, like the flying head, like you should get hit by that.
Oh yeah, the tigers and that in that extra level that they added for the Nintendo, exactly, all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, so I know that's something I can't do now because like my mind is already like conditioned to like, wait, that's not true. That's not the way the world works in Konami. But if you ask childhood me, was convinced of this absolute truth, it allowed me to do some pretty crazy things.
I believe you said your favorite turtle is Michelangelo, right?
Well, my favorite turtle is Donatello. And the reason why I know that is because was it like when I look back at all the Turtles related things I got, like toys and stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was a watch, and when I look at that watch, he's got the purple bandana, so that makes me think like, okay, probably Donatello's my favorite.
So tell me about this trick that you finally discovered against Dirtbag. We're going to show you guys the game in about maybe less than 10 minutes, but can you just walk us through how you actually figured it out where you're like, wow, mind blown?
Yeah, no, a lot of it's just practicing. I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I know it's a strange comparison, but if you play like some characters like Storm or Sentinel, they have this thing called fly and unfly mode, and then there are different things you can do depending on which mode you're in. And that's distinctly how Dirtbag thinks in that game. He's got different states. So you look for the state where he's not pull ready to attack, and you try to maximize when that happens.
How about when you take Shredder for a walk? I call that one. This is the first Shredder fight. So what Vance is going to show you guys is when you're competing with Shredder, he knows a way to walk him to certain spots. So how did you figure out this trick?
Oh, that's also state-based. It took me a while to figure it out, but like Shredder in that fight actually has two different states, an offensive state and a defensive state. And he disguises it by putting jump kicks, which are random. But once you get used to the idea that he has an offensive defensive state, as long as he's a defensive state, he's always going to stay away from you, which means you can escort him over to a spot that's safe. So the next time he goes on offensive mode, you can keep yourself safe as well.
All right, let's see here. How about putting Krang in jail? How satisfying was that the first time you did that? Because Krang's a mother in all these turtle games. He always has a loaded HP. So how satisfying was that when you finally actually figured this one out?
Oh yeah, no, that trick. The only regret about that trick is that it doesn't work on all of his forms, you know, because like you can do it for his first form, you can do it for his third form, but if there was some way to keep both his legs and his head just kind of floating in the edge of the screen like that, that'd be great.
Exactly, because he's got, when he starts doing the splits, that's still when all hell breaks loose. But you're able to put him in jail for 2 of the 3 phases, right? That's how you call this fight. There's 3 phases.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm excited to show you guys this trick. This is all, and especially, are you going to be able to tell us all like how to actually do it step by step? Because there are videos out there, but somebody doesn't explain it, and it's just like, I wish somebody had some commentating on it to actually show people how to do this trick.
Yeah, also, I anticipate that in this so-called deathless run, I'm probably going to die a lot, but I'm more interested in this, giving the information so that if people decide to go for the run, that they have the ingredients that they need to be able to do it.
How does this one rank against other turtle games that are in the retro? Not counting Shredder's Revenge. We're talking anything from Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy. Basically anything on the Cowabunga collection. Where does this one rank for you?
Got it. Well, first I'm going to share what my favorite is. Okay, because like I think they helps like set like the kind of stage. Yeah. My favorite Turtles game that's on the Cowabunga collection is the first arcade game. Okay. And I think the biggest advantage that it has over like some of the other titles is that it supports 4 players simultaneous. Okay. So if I was like especially if it's like the original arcade cabinet lag free, that I think is the ideal experience. I think Shredder's experience, the Shredder's Revenge is a good one too. But was it like that one you can rely on cheese so much that it's designed for both core gamers and casual gamers. I like games that have more of an edge. So something like that where the consequences are more dire. Just like if you fail, you lose your quarter. That's more of a drive for me.
Exactly. So where does this one rank up? So is this like top tier for you? Like, does it rank up with Turtles in Time? Because everybody I know still says, when I ask about their favorite Turtle retro game, Turtles in Time always goes number 1. And this one's almost like overshadowed, and I would say even underrated.
Oh, I would put this game above like Turtles in Time.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I would go that far, and that's like in terms of. And Turtles in Time was like, keep in mind, was it like, if in case you're like, was it Vance? You haven't played Turtles in Time enough. Like that's the only other Turtles game where I beat it in on stream with all 4 Turtles deathless, and I even gave myself like the restriction of not being able to do manual dashing, so I couldn't double tap towards. I had to like give myself distance and practice spacing. But there's a way to do it to be able to handle that game too. And looking at how that run feels like compared to doing like a Deathless Turtles 3 run, I think a Deathless Turtles 3 run is more fun to do.
So you just said you've done a Deathless. So wait, so you've done pretty much a Hitless Turtles 2 for NES, a Deathless Turtles in Time. This is probably going to be a question usually people ask at the end, but would you be interested in coming back to show us how you can do those games as well?
Well, I'm totally out of practice when it comes to Turtles 2, so I wouldn't be able to even start. But like to give you an idea, like was it like Turtles 2? Turtles 2 is probably the most jump kick friendly game. of the ones you just mentioned. So if you know where to place your jump kicks, that's where you can avoid taking damage in places where you otherwise would.
So who is your favorite boss to fight in this game that we're about to play? Favorite boss battle?
In this game? Was it like either Rahzar or Tohka?
Yeah?
Yeah, either one. Was it like... Because in both of those situations, the setup is pretty dire. Like, if you mess up the Rahzar fight, you won't have enough life to deal with Shredder, and then the run ends there. And then was it like a Tohka fight is at the end of like this really long stage which doesn't have any pizza in it. So if you didn't prepare yourself, you're dead there. So I think those are the two fights which I think the consequences are most dire.
So is there anything you would change about this game?
Is there anything I would change about this game? Was it like gosh, was it? No, I think the way they do the combo collection where you can like practice specific parts, like the reason why I say it was like exactly because there's just so many things to think about that I know I'm prepared for some things, but you really have to kind of like buckle down and think about that game by itself to be able to like truly master it. And my mind has been in Hyperstone Heist for like the last few weeks, and frankly is still there because that's a game I haven't won credit cleared, and I'd love to be able to do that in the future.
Would you like to see a remastered version of this? Do you think there's a way they can implement this with a remaster and have us play as all 4 turtles?
They could, or they could do what they did with Shredder's Revenge and continue to make new games, because I think that's what has the biggest draw. They did a great job with Shredder's Revenge. I think they had the ability, if they were given the opportunity, to make more great games.
I'd like to, because the one I'd like to see is Lord Dreg. Nobody really talks about him because most people stopped watching Turtles when season 8, 9, and 10 came around, but he was a staple in that show for 3 years, and I have yet to see him in Rescue Palooza, which is a fan-made Ninja Turtle game, which is incredible. And you're exactly right, Shredder's Revenge, he's missing in there too. And it's weird because they had DLC for that game and he still wasn't involved in it. One last question before we get into our Deathless run here. So, Vance, for those listening now, what advice would you give to those who want to play this game for the first time and those who have always struggled with this and never beat it?
I would say take all 4 turtles for a spin. Because if you ask like somebody like, what's the best special in the game? They're going to give you their answers like, oh, Raphael is really good because, or Leonardo is really good because. But it isn't until you actually try it for yourself that you find out which works best for the way that you play the game. Yeah, was it like for me, was it like Donatello is probably the toughest to run with because his special, I think, has the toughest setup. It leaves you open to too many things. But you might talk to another person who says, you know what, Donatello's good, really good, especially his special move. You just try to find out who clicks.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys, this is a live stream here, so we're going to be heading to our Nintendo game room on the Cowabunga collection.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys, Turtles 3 Deathless for the NES, played by Vance Velez. Who are you rocking with in this one?
Yeah, so was it like talking about the 4 turtles briefly, like who you should pick when trying to do this, right? I would say like the easiest one to do, in my opinion, would either be like Michelangelo and Leonardo, and like who do you decide to depending on this, since everybody's got like the same vitality. It just comes down to whether you're in an offensive or defensive mood. I think overall Leonardo is actually the better choice for the game because his special is just really, really good. But if you're looking for like a little bit more lazy, a little more deadpan, then you go Michelangelo, which is what we're doing today. There you go.
Now you did say something about power. Again, we talked in the interview earlier. How do you, like stat-wise, who hits the strongest if you can rank all 4 turtles with their special attack?
Oh, Mike hits the hardest.
Really?
Yeah, Mike hits the hardest. Raphael hits the weakest. But it's also like super easy to like evade with Raphael's, especially, which I think there's a lot of people who like that one the most.
Yeah, just because he does.
And then when they try, yeah, it's a lot of iframes, right? And then it's like I think when Raphael players like try the other turtles, like, whoa, how am I doing so much damage all of a sudden? They're so used to like having longer battles.
Yeah, exactly. And I never knew that you could. Again, I didn't know every attack didn't hit us equally. Yeah,
no, it's definitely different depending on the turtle.
How'd you like the story in this game too? Because this was almost like a new story on its own. I don't recall a cartoon or a comic where Shredder's taking over Manhattan like this. How'd you like the story for the game?
Oh no, it works. Was it like they just need a reason to fight Shredder, right? And they came up with a pretty good reason in this one. Oh, I feel like I should talk about like other things about Michelangelo's in doing this. So like his regular attack like this, it's actually one of the slower ones. but it's easier to work into rhythm, so I just kind of get used to the fact it has a bit of wind up. And usually when you're like attacking foot soldiers, you want them to walk into you and then they land into the nunchuck head. So let me see if we can set up like situation like. So I notice I'm not like trying to do the nunchuck hit immediately. I'm just waiting for them to walk into that general area, and that's when I know that they can kind of hit them like that.
So this is a good question I have too, just being a Turtle 3 gamer. I'm noticing you're not even using the, like I just call it like the pancake toss. If you hit down and B, you flip them, but is that actually a bad thing to do because it leaves you vulnerable?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing to do. I was just kind of working my way to it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so like, because I think you have to get used to like all the tools in the game, right? You never know what's going to be like the best case one in the particular situation. So,
right.
Yes. Speaking of which, there's like jump kicks in this game. The jump kick is a terrible move in this game because if you try to do it, you're going to get hit by like an attack, right? So I usually use it more for positioning purposes like that.
Now, you think that's because it was so heavily used that we talked about earlier in Turtles 2? Like, if you didn't get the dropkick down, you weren't beating that game pretty much.
Right. I think they mix it up all the time. Like this game is the pancake toss game, right? Like that's the big move. And then was it like in Turtles in Time? Let's see. It was the toss people at the screen game. Like the more you toss people at the screen, the better it is for you. And then was it like in Shredder's Revenge, it's your super special thing. And then in Hyperstone Heights, it's the dash move. They always try to make it something different. Like Turtles 1 for the NES, their best tactic is the reset button.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. This is probably a good point to start talking about pancake toss before I like use up all life meter explaining how to do this, because that should really be like your alternate plan. Your best plan is to hold down B and attack, and so like because if you do that, then you toss people over. It does one hit. The only thing about that is that it doesn't give you as many points in this game. Like if I attack somebody like this, that's 600 points. If I toss them over, that's 400 points, right? So if you're trying to play this game with lives and trying to get the most lives possible, pancake flipping is not the best way to do it. But
now, do you have a?
If you're doing deathless, it don't matter, huh?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite or least favorite foot soldier? These guys are pretty tough again if you're new to the game, because how many do they throw? It looks like 3 total comes out when they're doing their throwing star attack. Looks like they got 3 of them.
Yeah, usually 3. If they're tossing 2 consistently, you're probably playing a hack, because like it's supposed to be 3.
I'm still blown away by the amount of detail in this game. I still see this game's very underrated. I mean, because this was coming out right now. Super Nintendo was already out, right? When this game was released, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
They did stuff like that. Like, I felt like Castlevania 4 and 3 were like really, really close in terms of release.
Probably why, again, this game gets, almost forgotten, because unless you were a diehard Turtle fan or a Nintendo owner, I never hear anybody really talk about this game besides yourself and a couple other Twitch streamers.
It's too bad.
Yeah. You got a booby trap coming up here, right?
Right. The falling signs.
Nice catch.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to deal with that part. Just hang out in that corner and do it.
And the only basic strat I am aware of is in the second level, when all those like robot jellyfish come out, you can kind of hide at the bottom. But I got a question for you too, Vance. So some of these guys come out and they do a Liu Kang like flying kick. Is there any way you can interrupt that? Can you pancake flip them when they're in that attack, or no?
It's not that I would try. It's just their hitbox is too big, right? So if you know you're gonna take the hit, maybe do your own special
Yeah.
You still lose a unit, but at least was it like you're keeping momentum. Really, the best thing you can do is just make sure you're not in that range.
Yeah.
Like, you notice I do like a lot of walking up and down, and that's because this is one of those games where if you do that, it works as pretty good defense. Not every beat 'em up is like that, but check, see if it's a thing.
Like I say, there's really nothing you can do with those, dude.
Okay, so hit guy left, toss over. There you go. If you do that, that helps to maintain your points. If you really, really deeply care about points, because if you hit somebody with a foot soldier and then they both explode, then what's it like? You get an extra 200 point bonus, which evens out attacking with a pancake flip.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Now, you have a lot of hit points here, but do you usually go conservative since you're trying a deathless run and you really don't use your special?
I forgot how to fight this guy, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump kicking him. So like, since I have like the life meter to do it, and then what's it like if things get, or the math works in favor, probably gonna switch kangaroo kicks.
I think Rocksteady is the first boss in so many games back in the day. He's the first in Turtles 2, Turtles 3. I want to say it was the first in a couple of the Game Boy games. I think it was the first in both the
Yeah,
Game
I totally
Boy
forgot
games.
to fight this guy. This is great. Oh, good, he's blinking already.
Yeah.
Might just survive by attrition.
Yeah, one or two specials should do it too, but I like your style. Again, if you're going for a deathless run, you really don't want to make a risk and, be hanging by a fingernail with just one health.
Well, that's totally the wrong way. What do you think? You think it's good time to special now, or?
Yeah, you got one to spend. I mean, when he charges that's usually when I do it. Because with that kangaroo jump, you get so much space behind him. Like right there. There you go. Nice kiss of death finish. One down. That's why Michelangelo is my favorite spot. I mean, Raps is good too, but Mike's, like you said, just hits so hard, and you get so much space clearance too when you do it. It's going to be quite difficult to do versus Groundchuck, I know, because Groundchuck's about like 5 times faster than Rocksteady in those spots.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're doing like what's like a normal, like, I guess if you had like that much life, it probably makes more sense, especially if you're using something like Michelangelo, to just whale the special.
Yeah. Now, for me, the only time I use a special in this level is when you're against those like copper like footies here, because I like killing those guys in one hit. Those guys.
I totally agree.
So you have the right idea. Like I said, sometimes I make a pancake toss and I leave myself vulnerable from somebody else sitting. I like you're just playing dodgeball, ninja vanish. So definitely the way to go here.
Oh, this is one of those parts where you rely on audio cues, because then you can hear when they come out of the water.
Oh yeah, exactly. But then for this part, when they just have a avalanche, I just usually hide at the bottom and I can't get touched from them. Curious to see how you go about this here. Nicely done, sir.
Thanks.
Unscathed in that shot. Beautiful. These guys I'm just not a fan of. Yep, exactly. Sometimes you can get a 2-for-1, but to me it's worth sacrificing your hit points there.
Totally. Yeah, stick what the game gives you there.
Now, if you're lucky, can you pancake toss those guys onto that device, and will it do damage to it? Oh, it looks like it
sounds not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I wasn't sure.
Like even if you landed the hit, you'd be right in range for their fireball. So it's like, great, you did it.
Now, what's the max amount of times you recommend viewers to hit that thing, and then back off before it hits back? It looks like it's got a.
Oh, it depends on your turtle. Yeah, was it like if you're using a really fast one like Raph, you could probably get like 5 hits in comfortably.
Really? Looks like you're getting 4 in there. Okay.
Oh, got hit there.
The ones that usually do damage in this level are the white ninjas. The ones with the swords, they usually get me for at least 1 or 2. Curious to see how you take those guys on.
Oh yeah, they're a thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those guys are pass.
And again, Vance has the option of taking out that drum gun, but again, he's going for a deathless run, so points really don't matter. This matters though because there's a barrage of foot coming here. So how do you know when you're not going to get the pancake toss? Because that does get frustrating to me sometimes. Whether I'm using Donatello, Leo, Raph, or Mike, I'll do that flip and sometimes they don't catch. Do you have like a certain spot you need to be in to get the full effect of the toss?
I think, and this is just theory speaking, right? But like, I think if you hit with your absolute tip, that's actually bad. Because then you don't get the toss. I think that's a symptom. So if you want to control that, maybe like get a little bit closer.
Okay. These guys usually give me at least once. There's the one.
There's the one.
Yep, it's always at least one. It's just one. That's how it usually is for me too. I really can't get them.
I know he fell in the water. That's how nervous I was.
Oh, they didn't do the kick. Here we go. Curious to see your strat here because this guy just, goes bonkers. And he doesn't really have any attacks. He just stands there and charges you.
Oops.
Oh, even Michelangelo. Wow, you haven't even used your special attack and you already got him steaming to grab his pipe. Now this is a very tough fight for amateurs, and including me sometimes if I'm using Michelangelo, because I so desperately want to use the kangaroo jump, but what happens is he's too fast, so by the time you recover, it's very different compared to the Rocksteady fight.
Oh, timed it wrong.
So you're able to get him 3 times if you time it right in that corner. Now, do you have that pattern down where you know he's going to end up? Like, have you counted how many times he sprints back and forth?
Oh, it's 3.
Oh, it's always 3? Okay.
It's always 3.
That's a great tip. Yeah, I was never aware of that. I never paid attention to it. All right, so 3. So 1, 2, so you know he's going to go right side. Okay.
Yeah, so...
Well, that helps out a lot. Yeah, now you can definitely not use your special and just cash in.
Yeah, if you're using Donatello, then this reach can actually get past this pipe and you don't have to wait like Michelangelo's doing, so...
Oh yeah, because this reach is nowhere near. But Raphael has the shortest reach, right? Isn't that kind of how this one works, I believe?
Yeah, usually. Oh, I got 4 that time. Just playing now. That's a 3 for, I think.
So, just a random gaming question for you, Vance. What was the first game that implemented flashing bosses? Was it always Konami that did that first? It's the first time I've seen it. Was in Turtles 2. This flashing for a boss when they're getting weak.
Oh, when they're getting weak. Oh god, I'm pretty sure the first time I saw it was like X-Men, which is another Konami.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, flashing with 1 week was not a Mario thing.
So I'm curious here, do you have a different strategy in this level? Because you do get a pizza after fighting Slash the sub-boss. Like, are you a little bit more open to using your special at all, or do you take down Slash the same way you've taken the other 2 bosses down?
Oh gosh, no, you use your special against Slash.
Okay.
Yeah, that's...
Coming up, we're going to have another interesting take here. If you guys haven't yet, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a lot more Shell-Nomic episodes coming up. And I'll also link Vance's Twitch and YouTube profile in our description when this stream is over. This is being recorded live, showing you there's no save states and no banana shenanigans, just skill.
There might be an actual banana pressing rewind, because like what's it, I don't have it set where like so if I actually rest my controller on the L button.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
If it's like an inverted rewind, but like okay. It'll be really obvious. You'll see like a timer pop up all of a sudden. It'll be like in a point that doesn't make any sense to rewind because.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, we are playing this on the Cowabunga collection for those interested, not the NES. So this is how you take on these stoneware. So see, this is where my patience would wear thin, and this is where I would probably have not gotten a chance to do a deathless run because I'm using my special to take these guys out. So would you recommend using your special if you're a new player and you're not going for a deathless run and you have your contra code and you have your extra lives?
No.
No. So just
like specials are really that. They're meant to be a last resort. Okay. And what's it like? If you're looking for like a character where you know it makes sense to like have something like that, I'd pick Leonardo because usually if you're doing his special, it's because you're trying to avoid getting hit multiple times. Right? It's like a get off me move.
Oh yeah, clears the wind. Yep. Even though we don't have the game on right now, what is your favorite song in the game for your soundtrack?
Oh, this game?
Yeah, for me it's this level. I love this song. This is my favorite of the whole bunch.
Let's see. It might actually be like, what's it like the part where they do the voice sampling? So especially, I would say like the first stage has a little bit of it, and then like obviously like the spaceship.
Yeah, that's another good one.
You said hey sound bike a lot. Yeah, I think this is my least favorite right here, the pink ones.
Oh yeah, I would say those spear guys, yeah, they're pretty nasty. The boomerang ones I'm not a fan of either. Just showing everybody I'm not the one playing. I just hit my hands like not voodoo magic on the stream, but just say, look, it ain't me playing. I'm just commentating here. All right, here we go. So you got almost full health here. Yeah, Slash has a ton of hit points just for being a sub boss here. Looks like he does that like bowling move, and then he comes out and like does a jump. So he's gonna find you. Turns around. He always jumps out. Yep.
Nope.
Guessing he's going to be 2-3 hits left if you hit him with your special. That's what I'm guessing here. So, I've actually never noticed either, Vance, when you play, when bosses connect, how many hits can they do? Like, does it vary between each boss, or is it just one hit, like, per each time they connect?
Oh, you mean like do they do combos or do they do more damage?
Yeah, when they send you flying, like I've actually never paid attention. Like, how many hit points can you lose per attack?
Oh, it's supposed to be 1.
It's good to know, no matter who it is.
Yeah, also like they're never gonna find like an enemy that's only like sneaks in and like eats 3 chunks of health.
Yeah,
That's just not a thing.
Yeah, the only thing that happens is when Shredder does the baby turtle, right?
Well, that's the thing. Was it like it makes it even more obvious why you shouldn't be relying on like specials too much, because let's say you do a special, you miss, and then you get hit.
It's 2 sticks right there.
There goes 2 sticks right there, right? Now, if you're getting hit by like Shredder's like projectile, that doesn't matter anymore. Like you're getting so much damage anyway that you're trying to go for those things and pretty much throw it away already.
Yeah, exactly. So Bebop and Tohka almost have similar, protection, so to speak. They really don't want you to use dropkicks versus Bebop and Tohka. I'm guessing that's just because, again, Tmnt 2 for NES was heavily used with dropkicks, because you'll notice here, Bebop's going to have a ball and chain around his head, so it's very difficult to pull off any dropkicks here.
Oh yeah. Also, like, I think they just wanted to mix it up.
Yeah.
Like, let's make it an enemy where you gotta do something different.
I recall Toka's got like a shield he'll hold up too when you're trying to dropkick him, which I thought was a pretty cool ad. I liked it.
All right.
I'm curious to hear what you do here for play-by-play, because some people say if you go below him, you can hit him without you getting hit back. Yep. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I forgot already.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Jump, hit. There you go. That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Jump, hit.
Oh, so you get a 2 for
Jump,
1. Okay.
Hit.
There's your pattern. Okay.
Hit.
Oh, man, this is very, very informative for our viewers here. So you still can do the drop kick just if you time it right. Okay. Looks like you jump hit and then immediately walk away, because otherwise he is going to kick you, right?
Yeah, well, what I'm waiting for is for him to like do that move, because he has like a wind up before he does it, right?
Oh, okay.
It's not always at the same point. So you wait for him to like begin the motion, then that's when you jump. And yeah, you walk away so that when he tries to react with kick, that you have the best chance of dodging it. Here's another thing. Let's say you hit him twice.
Yeah.
The second one knocks him back a bit.
Wow.
So you might choose to do that to get better spacing, especially if you're getting cornered.
Right. I never knew that. Wow, yeah, you did get knocked back there.
Yeah, so yeah, let me show that again. 1, 2.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Before. Okay.
Yeah, so you can kind of do that to manipulate the positioning, so that if you're trying to, I don't know, maybe go hitless Bebop. It's not even like that'd be like something you'd have to use.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get that knockback.
Yeah, but otherwise you're kind of setting yourself up, because if you do it too close, let me see if I can do like a bad example.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause you got hit points to spare.
So, yeah, so let's say I do like, well, he died already. But let's say like time the jump kick set, it lands like, and then you hit him twice. He can sometimes knock himself backwards, and then he's right on top of you, make it easy for him to kick you again. So, yeah, it's relative to the direction he's facing, not you.
No, what's cool too is they kept that kick for him. So if you guys play Turtles in Time, he also has that same kick he does. Fun little fact for you. It's almost like the identical attack.
Yeah, now this level reminds me most of like Streets of Rage 2. And by Streets of Rage 2, I mean like it isn't until stage 4 where the game starts being real. It's kind of the same thing here. It's like, let's give a bunch of foot soldiers, but then let's make it so that you can't like eat a pizza.
Yeah.
So just like, let's see how long you go.
Yeah,
Have fun.
I was shocked they didn't have any pizza in this level here. I guess it's because they were hoping you would figure out your strategy with Dirtbag.
Maybe. Oh, okay, wait. This is bad. I don't want to get knocked into the hole.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can lose more than 1 stick if that happens.
Right.
Just another thing people don't appreciate about all these turtle games is just all these different foot soldiers. I mean, I think the developers and creators had to have so much fun making all these different colored foot soldiers with different weapons. And did you have a favorite foot you liked in this game? I know you already told us the one you don't like. Those spear throwers are really bad news.
Was it like foot soldiers?
You enjoy fighting? Like, they're like a fun one, like those dudes that throw like the weights at you or whatever, like the dumbbell or.
I think my favorite foot soldiers are probably like any ones that where they put that extra effort to make them animate differently, like the ones who come out of the signs or the ones who break through a window.
Yeah, my favorite are coming in the next level. But yeah, do you have just any of those dudes like coming out of the traps? Like right here, I think some are coming out through the sewer.
Oh, yeah. So like, there you go. Yeah, so I deal with that. Okay, this is not good because they're perfectly evenly spaced and protecting each other.
That's the one beat 'em up tip. Yeah, anybody who's an amateur at beat 'em ups, I'm sure you and I will both agree. Make sure you keep all the bad guys on one side of you. You don't want to be in the middle.
Yeah, definitely a bad idea in most of them. Yeah. Then there's Final Fight where you don't have a choice.
Yeah,
gonna load up on the side. Okay. I actually don't like the amount of health I have left right now. This is not a good pace.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's okay, but yeah, there's still a lot you gotta dodge. You gotta dodge all the barrels coming up. And I do want to point out too for our viewers who have never played this one before, when they throw that boomerang, if he does the pancake flip now, he's gonna get hit with the backlash. So you want to wait like how he'd position himself right there. I learned that the hard way plenty of times.
Yeah, so like the boomerang foot soldier's weakest when he said that frame where he's just grabbing a boomerang they just threw. Totally open.
And if for some reason you're playing for points, if you actually play, if you return that sewer cat back, you do get a good chunk of points. But again, for a deathless run, it's really not worth it.
Okay, so when you have them clumped up like this and you try hitting one of them, the other one's going to hit you, so you have to wait until they separate.
Man, that guy just came blazing down.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't even know they could run that fast.
Yeah, these guys are way too close. Okay, so let's look at this guy on.
Yeah, there you go, by himself.
Yeah, there you go. That might be close enough.
It's looking like 3 drop kicks total to get these guys here.
No, 4.
4? Okay. Right when he catches it back, perfect time to flip him. I doubt you know this, Vance, but did you ever... That's probably going to make me want to Google when I'm done here. Do you have a... Is there a total count somewhere of how many foot soldiers are actually in this game? How many we actually have to kill?
Oh gosh, no, I did not count that.
It's a good question to see how many total foot soldiers we have to slay in order to save Manhattan.
Yeah, there's no really way to change the number either, I think, unless you soft lock the game.
Oh yeah,
you've really changed it.
Jeff Hardy Swanton bomb for me.
Oh, go for it. Forgot they can do.
Oh, you got the drop kick too? I very rarely.
Yeah, that's what I forgot they could do.
Yeah, you said that. Oh, speechless. I just love the deception of how they have these foot soldiers come with that running. It's like they know 9 out of 10 times you're going to go in that spot, and that's where they level you with that drop kick.
Conditioning.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got a couple Stone Warriors. Still feeling confident in this level? I mean, you got at least over half your health, so you can take a couple knocks from Dirtbag if things get a little sour.
Oh, that's the thing. Was it like it always feels good until you like put yourself in a really bad position, right? Then you gotta buckle down and hope there's enough adrenaline left to
Yeah.
power through. That's arcade games.
Yep. Mikey can reach like that without them knocking you. I never knew that. See, if I have that strength, yeah, then I would never need to use my special for those guys if I just do exactly what you did right there. Just hit, turn around, hit, turn around, hit, turn around. One, yep.
Yeah. Like that particular foot soldier, it looks like jump kicking shouldn't work, but it's actually the best way to fight them.
Yeah. All right, quick question. Did this ever jump scare you as a kid? This startled me when I first saw these guys. What the hell? Two foot soldiers come with guns? Like,
Let's see. First jump scare. It would have to be like, was it the first time I got like freaked out in like a Turtles game was probably getting hit by a sign.
yeah.
I wouldn't think that's the thing.
Yeah, in the second one, yeah, it's good. I would say that one too. Yeah, like where the Pizza Hut signs were. I think in that second level. I think they dropped it.
Yeah. Like you think you're safe, but you're not. Oh boy, that was really close there. That was close. There you go. Normally, there's a really cool train sound that happens here, so you can like imagine whoosh.
Yeah.
There's your sound. I wonder if they reuse this train like graphic here for Kid Dracula. Now that I know that's a thing.
Yeah. All right, so talk strategy here then, Vance.
Okay, so the things to know about Dirtbag. If you continually do this, he's not going to hit you. He'll never hit you because you're too busy switching planes. So if your goal is to how long you can survive, like you're riding a mechanical bull, this is infinite. You're not giving enough time to hit you. So that's kind of like sowing one seed right there, right? Now, normally, when you attack, he's going to do like a counter attack. He'll like hit you back with a pick. And so you'll hear like people say, well, okay, you just have to eat some lives when you're fighting Dirtbag. Okay, so that's the setup, right? You don't get hurt if you're doing this. If you stick out an attack, he's going to counterattack. So the goal is you want to get him into like either the left edge or the right edge. It works on either edge and get him stuck there. Like this, okay? So you see how it's kind of like jumping back and forth, but like he's jumping right to where Michelangelo is?
Yeah, he's coming right at
That's
you.
what you want.
Oh, you want him to charge
like
you like that? Like a diagonal into you, okay.
Yeah, it looks like he should be able to like attack you afterwards, but there's something in his like programming that says, no, I'm not going to attack you yet. I'm busy jumping from plane to plane. Okay, now, so once you got that going, and this next part's important, okay? Because if you attack him while he's going down from that frame, and then you do it by like holding like right on the D-pad or left on the D-pad or anything on the D-pad while doing the attack, he's going to counterattack because that switches the state.
Oh, wow. So the AI or whatever, it picks it up when you're holding the D-pad. Wow.
when you're holding the D-pad. So what you want to do actually is like wait for him to go down from this, attack once, go up,
Just rinse, repeat,
and
huh?
then repeat. Yep, that's it. And then like
One of
if
the
he jumps
most
backwards like that, reset the position, go back down like this, then escape.
one of the most frustrating bosses to fight is a kid right here, guys, and he's doing it with these.
Yeah, but the key is like, what's it like? People like look at it in the video and like, what's it? Why am I getting hit when I try? Is because they don't have it on neutral as he's going down. Because all you have to do is hold left or right or up and down or whatever, and then it'll switch states.
Yeah, he's not even shooting his laser beam, and he's not even. I mean, later he does that charge with his axe, but. There's a random question that you may not have the answer to, but when you're fighting bosses, and you does a hit point count more for a regular attack or the pancake hit?
Oh, like what actually does more damage?
Yeah.
It appears to be the same to me.
It is the same.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I think if like, because remember earlier we were asking like what happens, like how you prevent a foot soldier.
Yeah.
Like when you actually like hit him out of range and he doesn't like, it looks like it does the same amount of damage because you have to hit him again. Right? Because otherwise, if it did double damage, then even if you hit him in that state, it would still get knocked over. That isn't the case. So I think it's the same amount of damage.
It's almost a similar strategy to what you're going to be doing against Shredder, where it's like he's actually guiding the fight.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite, like all the things, because as far as I know, this one like it's not only like 100% figured it out on my own, but it's also like I haven't really seen anybody fight him this way.
Yeah. There may be some retro achievement hunters out there, so again, this is a great video for you guys here.
Oh, like was it like beat Dirtbag without getting hit?
Yeah, oh, so yeah, but in order to badge this one on that retro achievement site, you have to. There's one I still haven't gotten. You have to get like 9 lives, and without dying. But there are every boss battle you have to do deathless.
Oh.
This one.
Well, there you go. They had like they had the idea.
Yeah. So another RA for Vance over here. This level's another tough level, but you do get pizza in this, right? If you can hang on.
Yeah, no, the gimmick here is that the pieces at the very end, right? So the most important hit points are the ones during the trek there, not so much the bosses or anything like that. Oh, that's so bad.
These guys, they always get you at least for one. Those swordsmen, they're that skilled. That's always a tough one. Anytime I see a set of those guys.
Oh, that guy's having issues.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, as far as I know, during like this part here where you're going vertical, was it like if you're at the very, very top, they can't ambush you. Like there isn't any enemy that's designed to hit you from there, so that's why I always go that spot.
Oh, another interesting part here. I know he's not in here, but would you have rather had the Rat King fill in for this Mouser bot you're about to fight? I think that would have been a cooler sub boss fight. I don't know what he would have had, but would you have substituted Rat King in there for the Mouser bot?
If it meant I didn't have to fight them tournament fighters, sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, Rat King and tournament fighters. Like, there's a reason it requires a cheat code to use him in that game. Once you actually like find out like how much invincibility he has doing his moves, it's pretty ridiculous.
Oh, there is a code actually to unlock him. Can you use him in story mode or just tournament mode?
I haven't done it myself. I've just seen other people do it.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's by code. Maybe somebody hacked it.
Oh, wow, okay. His power bomb is very lethal in that.
He has the only anti-air I know of in fighting games that can consistently catch people jumping backwards. That's when you know it's like things are not quite built right.
Exactly. These are my favorite foot right here. And I always thought these guys were just so cool coming out sliding like that. Just little details like that.
Oh, totally. Oh, I missed. That's really bad. There you go. Oh, that's
yeah,
terrible.
if you don't get that spot, if you don't claim that spot, watch out. Yeah, these guys are. I'm numb.
Yeah, I think that was like more pips than the entire Foot Clan so far.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it was like the ideal spot would be like somewhere around here, just as they jump. I think. Obviously, I was off, but like, must have been lower than that. And then also like to fight the Mouser, if you do it right, you can stay neutral like this.
Really? See, that's another thing I never learned. Yeah, for me, I'm usually drop kicking this guy like crazy, but this that's a really sweet spot.
Yeah, what's it like? Yeah, also like if you set that up right, by the time that he escapes that part, it wouldn't have like shot a single Mouser and it would be flashing.
Yeah, now you already got it. Yeah, I'd say you're, depending on how the fight goes with Leatherhead, I'd say you're quite comfortable. You can even take a couple more hits and you'll be okay because there's not too much.
No, taking hits.
Right. No, I'm saying you can take a few, but not many. You're not in panic mode yet.
Yeah.
I'd say it's code orange.
Oh, there's no code right now. Was it like because remember the piece is after this, right?
Yeah.
So.
Curious to see how you take on the next fight after this, because the strategy I picked up was just, I mean, as a kid I used to always fall for that stupid pipe that blew up top, and I was so stubborn I would never change it. You know, like when you're walking here, I always get hit by that pipe or whatever blows up. Yeah, this is exactly what I do. I hang down here, let them come to me, and just, because unlike the Nintendo game for Turtles 2, there's no missiles in this sewer.
Right. And that's the thing about it too. So like, if you wait for them to come to you, they're forced to go down here, which means there are frames where they can't attack. It's the same Dirtbag principle. Oops. Yeah, it looks like they're not getting caught.
Still got plenty of juice. I think you'll be all right. There's one more little like ambush we gotta take on over here though. The ones that if you stay up here, the ones that gets a little sweaty is when they start coming in with those drop kicks again. Yeah, see, like right there, it's 3 in a row. Wow, 3 pancake tosses that didn't get the job done. I never see that. I see usually 1 or 2, but 3.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's the kind of pro move you want to see.
Oh.
How to miss your pancake flips.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's better. Yeah, it looks like it's gotta be closer. Oh wait, that didn't work.
Oh.
Maybe it's a false postulate.
Yeah.
Seriously though, so like we're down to 3 pips already. This is not good.
No, yeah. I think this is the last batch. I think these are the last 3 guys I can recall. Oh. Okay. No, it's then you have to walk it. Yeah, see again, guys, for those who are new, just let them, exactly what Vance said, let them come to you. Get that extra second there.
There you go.
Okay. It would have been nice if they gave you the pizza. I mean, they did this in Turtles in Time, at least I noticed, is they would have the pizza at the boss fight, which I thought was a lot more beneficial, because right there, if you died like right there, you're already at full health, so that pizza's useless. if they could have thrown that pizza in one of these corners here, I think they would have been a lot better spot. All right, so what's your strategy here? I know a lot of people talk about Leatherhead getting like that rebound tail spin.
Yeah, so was it like jump kick him and then walk vertically away?
Vertically away? Okay.
Yeah, vertically. So once out the upset misses the bullets miss.
Okay.
If he doesn't do the bullet and do the spin and he does the spin attack yet, it misses anyway because you're not anywhere there. So the right answer is always to kind of like kick him, jump away, go up a bit, go back down in terms of playing feet. Now, if you're getting cornered, like what's happening here, then so just do an extra jump kick afterwards.
Yeah, sometimes you can get greedy and hit 2, but it's usually not. It's not usually recommended. Once in a while you can get 2, but if you get 2, he's usually going to get you back. I'm curious to see what happens for you when he goes for that running choke slam. That's going to be another. I'm interested to see what your strat is for that. If you guys are just tuning in right now, again on YouTube, this is a live stream from Twitch. My good friend Vance Velez is trying to beat Ninja Turtles 3 for Nintendo Deathless. He has done it in the past, and he's given us a whole bunch of helpful tips to help everybody here hopefully finally beat this one, whether you're new to this game or you were struggling since a kid way back in the 80s and 90s. Almost got him cornered. Wow. Almost got him pinned. There you go. You got the jump on him that time. So, wow. So it looks like right when you see him to charge back, you can actually hit him. Oh, no, you got...
Yeah, that's going to be like the key.
Okay. Yeah, this is one of the few moves in the game that are actually... It's going to hit you more than one stick of power right here. If he connects.
Yeah, so like the third jump here, you just want to time it late so you have enough time to do like the to react to it. Oh, nope. And this is how you blow run.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going.
Looks like he's getting, it looks like he's taking 2 each time he gets you. There comes another 2.
Wow.
It's like, it's like you go for the special. It's like, it's scary though, because we got 2, 4, you can take like 3 more, I think.
No, I could take like one more.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like, and then so you gotta go special city.
Ooh, there. Nicely done, sir. Not easy to defeat that dude. For a deathless run.
Yeah.
5 in the books, folks. Now the fun begins. Back-to-back bosses.
Yeah, I'm actually most concerned about the Rahzar fight because, like, just like I was talking about, like some of the enemies, like I don't remember how to fight Rocksteady. I kind of need extra time with Bebop.
Yeah. Well, I know.
I think it's gonna be the same problem with Rahzar.
Well, what he's gonna do, just from my experience, he's got that ice cube where he shoots up and down on that left side, and then he also has that move seal. Again, the way for a deathless run, it's not recommended, but if you need an easy strat, for me, what I do is when he charges me, I do my kangaroo kick and walk away and let him charge me again and just rinse, repeat. But that's not going to work for you because it's going to be very hard to beat Shredder with 1 stick of health. So I'm curious to see how you go about this.
Yeah, now that it's good that you reminded me. So like, there's a pizza early in this level, so this like this kind of fluffy part. You can actually relax a bit because like there's a pizza. You know what I mean? Like.
These things suck. These just fall randomly out of the sky. Now, do you just hit those for fun, or is there actually any strategy behind that? Because they always pop up. I mean, my buddy and I played volleyball for a minute straight as a kid, trying to see if we can crack that egg, and it never worked. They automatically are going to pop out.
Oh yeah, no. So I just like getting him in the corner,
Oh, so there is.
or rather was like the left or right edge,
Okay.
because it's more manageable. Yeah, because normally you have to deal with it coming from both sides, right? But if you can get them over here, then they're forced to.
Oh, so that I see. So you kind of cut it to half for a quick second. Okay, I got you.
Right. It goes back to like what's it, your advice? Keep them all on the same side.
Mhm.
That's what we're forcing by placing them there. Oh look, it's the pink one's my favorite.
Yeah, and with an upgrade.
Okay. Yeah, thankfully they give up trying to do that after a while, because otherwise,
Oh, oh yeah, I just saw that. I didn't know they just throw in the towel with their gadget. They're like, screw this.
it's was it like, I don't think this guy can figure this out. Let's just try the easier pattern. I was like, thanks.
Fun fact for those watching this game for the first time: it is advised not to dropkick those Fujitoids because they pull back and start shooting you. It's a weird, and it's a weird character because that character is supposed to be an ally to the turtles. He was created before the turtles by Eastman and Larry Fujitoid, so I wonder why they threw him in this game. I would like to get in touch with one of the developers of this game and see why they made him in this game as a villain.
Really good villain too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's probably. I mean, depending how you are with the Stonewards, he's probably the toughest. Character in here.
Yeah, we're almost at the point where there's a pizza. Was it like, I would say like if you're trying to do like the deathless, it's from this point onward that the game goes to.
We all know your favorite, the one you always taught me, not only for deathless but just a no continue run, is this level and the elevator, the first part of the next level. It's always just like a nice roller coaster ride.
Let's see. I wonder if I can avoid having to get the pizza. Play around with it a bit because like we got the life.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't hit them from above.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Isn't it? It's just like a movie. You learn something new every time you play or watch, even though you've been playing this for well over 25 plus years. Usually, back in the day, this is where my first continue would be spent. If I didn't play without a contra code. But what's nice about the game is at least they give you a nice little parting gift. If you at least make it to Shredder, you start there, right? If you get game over at Shredder, I believe they let you continue there.
Oh yeah. That's probably a thing.
Yeah, in this one, it's different in the final world. I know in here, if you at least get to Shredder, you can sacrifice continue. You don't have to go through this whole. Because this is a grind, this level.
Oh yeah, everything leading up after the pizza, you're trying not to get hit. Yeah. You're trying to maximize how much life you have for a Shredder.
Another cool graphic right here. How these guys are getting made, right in front of our face. Just again, this game is just so underappreciated. I mean, I really hope everybody who's a Turtle fan, whether you're a retro Turtle fan or you're a fan of the new movie that just came out last year and the new show that's going to be coming out next month, I really hope you guys check this one out. This is a great game to play with a friend or even by yourself.
I totally agree.
I'd say this is almost a timeless game for me, and it's one of the best beat 'em ups out there. I mean, because the challenge is still there. I know you're trying to do this deathless, but for most of us, this is still a tough game to beat.
Oh yeah, well, so we haven't even hit the toughest parts of the run yet, right? Like, was it like when I said like you can't really guarantee like a deathless run in this game? It's because of parts like the back-to-back boss fight here, or like this elevator ride in the beginning of stage 7. Like if you like, if you don't get that part executed properly, the damage you take is just too much.
Oh yeah. It's can be. Oh, nice dodge in there.
Thanks.
You know, like 3 dudes just firing all over, and like you doing what he does best. All right, so for those who are new here, Vance, walk us through this strategy. Tell us the pattern that's about to happen here, because you're going for a ride in about 2 seconds here. There's going to be lasers and a fireworks show.
Yeah, it's going to start scrolling, right? And what's it like? And the key is the ride itself is the same length every time. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many foot soldiers you take out. So really, you should be concentrating on the lasers. They're the main way you're going to get hurt. The lasers follow the same pattern every time. It goes up and down. So like if you get hit by one, you're on the ground. The next one's gonna be the one where it comes from the top. So you just want to alternate between jumping and not jumping. Otherwise, it's the same as just the rest of the game. So once it starts scrolling like this, you'll notice that if you hold your controller stationary, your turtle's actually at the same spot of the screen. Just an optical illusion. Jump, go under, jump, go under. That's all there is to that. Now eventually they're gonna put like other soldiers, and what you want to do is get them in that area where you're supposed to stay on the ground. So jump that. Now you bought yourself a little time. Jump that. And then it's just, still kind of cooperate a bit, right? So like I don't like that they're together like this.
Yeah.
This is not working out. But you know the bad guys are not always supposed to cooperate. There you go. And then there's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
So
it wasn't too bad at all. If you're doing like a first playthrough, that might sting.
Yeah, it does, because you're like, what am I doing? It's like it's hard to pick out that pattern, because again, for a first-time player, and especially if you're not used to these graphics, if you're like a Fortnite or Elden Ring player and you're seeing these graphics, you're like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, what's it like? You notice I'm kind of stopping at this point over here because we want to talk about this boss a bit.
Yes.
This is one of the few bosses of the game where like goes how you jump is going to matter. So neutral jump like this, bad. Jumping towards, sometimes good. Jumping backwards, I think, is the way to go. No, it's jumping towards. See, this is where I'm going to get messed up. If you jump like this during like a punch move, you're going to get hit for sure. It's either jumping backwards or jumping forwards where you're protected.
He does charge at you, and he does like a punch down and then like a punch up. That's usually what he does.
Yeah,
like
so we'll figure it out on the fly. So like worst case scenario, we lose the life, laugh it off. You can't remember everything, guys.
Right, start over. We'll be all right. You're doing exactly what I do, except not using my special. Oh, no, actually, you're doing a similar strategy to Bebop, I'm noticing here. Okay. Or is that getting too greedy?
It looks the same, but what I'm actually doing is walking away. Jumping. When I jump, I always jump towards him.
Okay.
Land ahead. So it's a mixture of like pressing away from him, waiting until he does a jump, then going toward.
Looks like you're trying to pin him down here too, so he doesn't go in the corner and start shooting his freeze ray out of his mouth.
Oh gosh, I'm not thinking about any of those things. It's really just surviving this charge move.
Okay.
Because if you get, like, this is his plan A, plan B, and plan C, right? Like, this is where he gets the most of his damage from.
Okay.
And the thing is, if you time it wrong like that, it's very likely to just keep hitting you over and over again. And then that's your life bar. And I just realized how much easier this is if you have sound.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Okay, wait, that's good.
So it looks like he doesn't have as much hit points compared to Leatherhead and a couple other bosses you fight already. I guess because you're going to Shredder next.
Makes sense. It feels like a lot, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It was flashing. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so this is not a good pace.
Not good?
But different. Yeah, that's way too much damage.
Okay.
We don't have to work miracles, but that's okay. We're Michelangelo.
So take a quick pause right here and explain how you take Shredder for a walk really quick to those who are new to this strategy here.
Okay, so what's it like? So Shredder has two different states, right? Offensive state, defensive state. You'll know he's in offensive state because he's walking towards you, trying to throw you. That's how you know. Okay, and when he is in offensive state, what you want to do is be out of his range and kind of like out of his range vertically, and try to score 3 hits on him.
3. Okay.
Before he goes back into defensive. Yeah, 3 is the magic number. The reason why it's 3 because if you hit him the 4th time, let me be more specific. If you hit him the 3rd time, he gets knocked backwards. Okay, that's a good thing, right? You want to keep away. Let's say he doesn't do his move. If you hit him a 4th time during the sequence, he gets knocked toward you. Okay, which means he's likely going to get a free hit.
Yeah. So if you hit him 3 times, it's similar to Bebop when you push him back, right?
Yeah, the 3rd hit pushes him back, but the 4th hit actually pushes him forward. Super Shredder works the same way.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So is it like so? What you want to do is kind of like space yourself properly so when he's offensive mode that you can hit him 3 times safely. If he's in defensive mode, then you want to do like the walking him to like the corner thing. Okay, is that adequate? Just give it a try now.
All right. Good luck.
Okay, thanks. Okay. There's a knockback, so I'm walking him back. I'm gonna jump over here to get myself a little bit of tempo. Okay, I think. Okay, now he's walking towards. There's a knockback, walk towards it. Then it said like it usually takes about that long for him to go back into offensive mode.
How about you just take him for a walk?
2, 3, take him for a walk again.
So again, just rinse, repeat, guys.
Jump
Right?
to buy time.
If you get this down, again, it's once in a while he is going to get you once in a while, but.
Well, that's the thing. The jump kicks are totally random and are designed to create the illusion that he's doing something other than what he's.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So don't so be ignorant. So don't pay attention to the drop kick then. Okay, that's trying to throw you off the rhythm. Okay.
Right. Like that's just totally he decided to do that. It doesn't have anything to do with offensive defensive state. He can do it in either state. And it's just designed to create the illusion that he's thinking harder than what he's actually doing, which is just switching between 2 states. Oh, got me.
So you walk him all the way to the corner for a full reset too. You don't even try to hit him while he's halfway going up there. I noticed too.
No. Yeah, so this is losing pace right now because I got way hit too much by Rahzar.
Yeah.
I got called. It's costing the run. Okay, 1, 2, 3, back you go. Jump that. If he does a jump kick, I'm in trouble. That's not good either. Okay, so. You can't do anything about that. Well, it was a good try, guys.
Yeah.
He's not even flashing yet, and we're down to 2 pips already. That's bad. That's 1 random jump kick away from failure.
Again,
Yeah, that's the 3rd hit. It's like he knocked backwards, so I know that was it like. I mean, even if you're not going for like the deathless, if your goal is to try to buy time,
yeah.
this is not gonna work. Oh, he's staying too close.
Yes! I'm more excited than you are, man. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Oh, jeez.
Wow. GG's there, Vance. Sweat and bullets live. Maintain optimism.
That's where Michelangelo comes in really good during that part, right? Because he's like, he can attack really low. He also evades a lot of the follow-up attacks because of the range of his attack, just the way that works. So it's a natural fit, which is the exact opposite of this stage.
So I noticed you didn't give up at all. We're gonna take a pause break real quick, so I want you to walk everybody through what's about to happen to you in this level right here, if you can. You get a quick pause break.
I'm trying to pause. I'll just pause like this. Okay. That works. Yeah. Okay.
So real quick,
was it like?
I want to talk about Shredder now, because you were still, you thought it was over, but you pulled through, and when you were doing your special, you were still walking away. Can you walk us through how you actually pulled that off?
Okay, so like, was it when you go like the plan B, depending on which turtle you're using, right? Was it like the goal is to be in a range where you can hit him, but he can't hit back? And was it like the magic spot for that is like a few pixels right below wherever Shredder is? So in the case of Michelangelo, you just have to position yourself so that when you do the kangaroo kick, where you land is far away from any attacks that he can do. Because even as like his attack with the widest range, the jump kick, he'll jump kick the opposite direction and miss.
Really? Okay, I didn't do
that. Yeah. Well, just because of the way that move works. Like Raphael's move is the same way. So if you're using those turtles, that's the way to go. Except with Raphael, you have to do twice the work because his move does half the damage roundabouts. Right. But was it like if you're using Raphael, was it like he has more invincibility frames that helps with that fight? That could help too. You just want to make sure that you're positioning yourself in such a way that when he follows up with a jump kick, they don't jump kick into your drill.
Oh, okay.
That's recovering because it's more likely it's going to happen since the move is so fast. Talking about Raphael specifically, his moves are so fast that sometimes you have to play slower with him in order to get him proper.
Yeah, easier said than done. All right, now we got the ride of our lives coming up. So what's going to happen in this level? What is your goal here to do this deathless run? What do you have to accomplish in this like first segment of the level?
Well, really, the first segment of the level makes or breaks it. Okay, so goals. You don't want to fall into the hole by getting knocked over. Okay, and the easiest way to do that is by hanging out at the right side of the screen. Because if the right side of the screen, then a foot soldier punches you, you're gonna get pushed to the right into the hole. So you're gonna see like, I'm trying to hug the left side, because if I get knocked on the left side, then I get knocked into the building, no falling into the hole.
Right.
The other part that's really bad is that like those bombs that contain the Mausers inside. Okay, because that now, if you like time that wrong, you could fall into a hole, or all the Mausers run amok, and then you end up getting caught by all of them. Either one of those is a really bad position because you're losing multiple pips.
And there's no way to instant kill those Mausers like you were doing in the other level if you can line yourself. So that's just is it pretty much potluck then, not where they spawn out?
Well, the goal is you want to like be near where the Mausers are as they drop, and then do a special as it hatches open. It's easiest to do with Leonardo and Donatello.
Yeah.
Because their moves have the shortest range. It actually works in their favor. It's hardest to do with Michelangelo because you can easily kangaroo kick yourself into the hole.
Correct. Well,
yeah.
We'll have our fingers crossed for you, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, good times.
It's a fight of your life.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to go to the right of it. Okay, so that was pretty good. Like, I'm getting damaged, I almost don't care. Because, like, that was so good.
Well, how much health do you think you'll need for Tohka? Like 30% at least, or?
That was horrible.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, now, I can still kind of like, yeah, it's already kind of out of range already, but what's it like? All I don't want to do is fall in a hole on top of all that, right? So you just got to kind of pick your... Yeah, this is just a botch. This is a big botch, because like we're down to like, what's it like, maybe 30% health. This is an excellent essay of what not to do in this part.
Well, most of the tough spots, I mean, depending on how you can dodge your buildings, but Yeah, that Mouser spot's just always a free for all.
Well, that's the thing. You kind of take the good and the bad with the character choice you pick, and what's it like? This is one of the consequences of picking Michelangelo.
Right, in this spot here, okay.
Yeah, it can't be totally free with a character, right? Because otherwise, it's like, where's the fun in that? So they designed this part, and like now we're down about like 20-25% health. It's not good.
Oh, yeah, you only got 4 sticks or 5.
Yeah,
5.
Yeah, this is actually very poor. Oh yeah, and also like don't do what I just did, was to jump in that part, because if you jump, you'll get knocked.
Yeah.
In the air, into the hole.
Uh-oh.
Like that time I didn't even receive like a damage that was visible.
That was a gift from the... Oh, wow, another gift just to hang in there. Wow. So you're going to pretty much go hitless the rest of the way here now. So at least you're going to have 1 mistake versus Tohka.
I'm pretty sure with the amount of life left that we're not going to make it with like 3 pips against. Like the only way that would happen is if we lost a life.
Right.
And then the next meter get to like 3 pips. But yeah, well no, this is like ending with 3 pips at this part is probably the worst I've done in a pretty long time.
We still got a foot gauntlet from the chopper. All the gunslingers that are coming out here. There's like 3 or 4 machine guns in a row.
Oh well.
Yeah.
It's a fair game. You know, like
that's why you keep coming back for more. That's why this is one of my favorite turtle games.
okay. There you go. There's gonna be some white foot soldiers coming up. That's the first part I'm concerned about, because like you remember how like they're always guaranteed a hit?
Yeah,
well
that's pretty much gonna be 1. So if you can take 1 and hopefully not lose a hit point. I mean, it's possible, it's happened before.
I'm more concerned about losing 3.
Yeah.
Because that's a scenario too.
This is pretty nice. There's only 2 guys out. Usually there's 3 out at a time here. These guys, there's like back to back to back. There's another one coming. I do remember. Oh no,
I don't think it's that sequence yet.
Yeah, okay. Nice escape. He was like really on your tail there.
Yeah, he was feeling it.
Oh, another
like,
nice
oh, this guy's trying to show how not to die, right?
What an insane dodge. So again, guys, you'll notice if what Vance is doing, he's using that dropkick to position himself. Yep, there's the one. Oh my God, there's 4 of them here too. Oh, nice throw into one of them. Oh, special. Yeah, that's it. Can we go hit
this? Is not gonna make it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna see how many we can like beat on the way there, because like. Oh, I hope these are the guys who do it. I'm rooting for him. Go, pink. Oh, there it is.
There's the end. Damn.
Yeah, was it like? And again, it wasn't these guys who did the damage. It was the first part.
Right.
Right. The part during the elevator lift where like you really kind of get a sense of like, how much work are you gonna do for yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it has been done before. We're still going to see how we get Krang in jail.
Oh yeah, no, was it like technically I have it botted, right? So if you're like, nah, there's no way he can do it. Was it like you can look up like the one for Michelangelo or Leonardo or Donatello, Raphael? There's different things happening there, but not as much commentary.
Oh yeah, exactly. We can still get you on for a full run eventually. Now, the question is this, can you do a deathless run with 2 players, or does it make it more difficult? Are there more foot soldiers, or does the boss have extra health?
I think, well, what there's more like just having like 2 people being able to hit from different places is a tremendous advantage, right? So if both of you are coming in with like the same game plan, why wouldn't the results be better? This isn't Battletoads. It's not like if you get hit by like something in a turbo tunnel,
yeah,
and then it's the end of the run already. There's nothing like that in this game.
Yeah, exactly. This is one of my favorite sequences right here. Just such well done here. Just a gauntlet of foot soldiers. So always that's the one tip I've learned from this, among others, is just to wait till he completes his boomerang sequence and just get him from behind.
Yeah, I think if we work out a trade where it's like this, how you beat the pink spear foot soldier.
Yeah.
Then it's like, yeah, that's teamwork.
This is another.
Close to each other.
There's another gauntlet right here. There's multiple dudes coming out.
Oh, messed up. I wanted to see if the 4th hit you can like do like the I think it's timed it incorrectly that time.
Okay, so what's the strategy with Tohka? Oh, you still can actually hit him while you dropkick him like that?
Yeah. So like the strategy's gonna be really obvious once you.
Oh, I never knew you could hit him.
Wait. Okay, so like hit, and just kind of keep repeating that over and over again. If you go over, wait a moment, and do it from the opposite side.
Wow, is this a cinch? Oh yeah, because right now he can't do like when he charges to punch you, and he doesn't have that snapping. He can't do that snapping jump either because you're too close to him.
Right. Yeah, but remember I said like this is like one of my favorite bosses?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why is because oftentimes if you are going for like a deathless run, you're still alive. By the time you get to this part, you're gonna be really low on health.
Oh.
So it creates this tension of can you repeat this pattern long enough to survive?
Yeah.
Or is he gonna knock you into that sign?
Right.
Or is he gonna eat you alive?
Exactly.
It's like every outcome is hilarious. Either clutch win or like a Looney Tunes ending.
Yeah, back to the drawing board, right?
All right. Because the thing is, if you do this jump kick too fast, you'll end up doing your special instead.
Yeah, it's a good point too, and you haven't done it yet, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, if that does happen, then it'll go to like a different attack pattern where he's chasing you with punches, and the best way to dodge that is to jump kick forward. And I hope you can get him back into this position again.
I've never seen this strategy before. This one's new to me. I always thought you can't hurt him with the dropkick. So How are you doing this again? It's like he already had the shield up, so it's like it's programmed. He's supposed to take the hit.
Yeah, well, so like, well, sometimes it just counts as a hit, even if he's blocking it. So, just doing a neutral jump. Okay, so he changes pattern. So this is where you have to kind of go like this. You have to go like that.
Yeah.
Just because I timed it wrong once. Then he's gonna try to do his jump. Okay, there you go. Then back. I was heading the other side because if he does this lunge, where he tries to eat you.
Yeah, but yeah.
You just want to be as far as possible, right? So.
Right.
And that would have been one of those, if you got to this part and we're down to our last pip and we're trying to play it honest, that would have been a tearjerker. But fortunately, our heart's already ripped out, so nothing to worry about.
Cool cutscene here. This is a very lengthy final level, but the good news is there's 2 pizzas in this one.
Right.
Makes up for not having one in the last level, I guess.
Well, really, especially because like the first pizza here, if you decided like, you know, YOLO, this is like the best place to just spam special.
Oh, that's true.
There you go. Okay, so now I know, just don't try to do it that way. So just do jump kicks all the way through against that particular enemy with the ripple weapon.
Let's see if you can break this streak here. Apparently these are gonna end up being our least favorite foot soldiers, Vance, I think, because they are always our guaranteed a shot no matter what we do, unless you just use your special, and then maybe they'll silence it. But
well, there was a one time that they popped up in stage 3 and did successfully dodge them all. So it's not 100%, but it's pretty close. Also, I think one of the reasons I just I find the pink foot soldiers more annoying is because they tend to pop up in parts where my life meter is low. So there's that part too. Just by sheer luck, the white foot soldiers tend to be the appetizer instead of the entree.
well, because those guys who throw the spears, it looks like they have they can reload too, right? I think they throw more than one. Whereas, and I think that I could be wrong, but I think in Turtles 2 for NES, I think they would throw one and that was it, or is that Turtles in Time? I know in one game they throw one and they're done, but in these it looks like they can create multiple spears to throw.
Oh, they can throw multiple ones, and their cooldown is pretty short. Like, I just got hit multiple times there, but I don't care because it's just a pizza.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, great.
No sweat, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't although this would be like a new one. That's like
yeah, you can be
first time losing at this part of the level.
Yeah, you can be a little sloppy here if need be. I mean, I say we recommend not be. If you get hit a little bit, you got some pizza to rely on. So yeah, here I would use it. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah, in terms of like when to time that too, it's like it's perfect for Michelangelo. Just wait for him to shake, then you can like land the hit. I'm trying to think if there's any turtle where it doesn't work. Probably Raphael because it's too fast.
Oh yeah, you could go right through. Yeah.
There you go.
Let's try it again. Yeah, push them all the way back.
That didn't work.
Oh.
Good.
Hey,
There you go.
That happens from time to time in here sometimes.
Now, can I buy like my least favorite foot soldier in any game? That's Turtles in Time. Like those yellow foot soldiers, the ones that throw the green cutters.
Yeah, like that frisbee. Yeah, yep. Same for me. 100%. Yep.
Yeah, those are the worst.
Why are they the worst for you?
Because they can do 100% damage. You get one of them like either side, backed up with the red foot soldiers that can shoot the projectiles, the shuriken. That's it.
And I hate it because Michelangelo's pretty slow in that game, so he has a tough time with those guys. And not only do they have the frisbee, they can also do a kick too. Yeah, like that quick little kick.
Yeah. That's designed to knock you right where they can throw frisbees again.
Yeah, which is very frustrating. Right.
I feel like there's like karma happening right now. It's just making fun of this part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a little sweaty here. Well, you have plenty. Like I say, since it's not
there's the pizza.
A 1cc player is clearly pretty much in the odds of your favor here. But so, if you could replace the Mouser spot we're about to fight, who would you rather have in that spot? It's weird because we have all these Mousers, but there's no Baxter Stockman in this one.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like Shredder bought them all and just finally got rid of them.
Okay, fine. All right, so you see how like was it like if you line up Michelangelo's head like this, it kind of lines up with the graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you want to be, right at this spot over here.
Exactly. Okay, to match this guy. Okay.
If I space that out better, that's another scenario where you can deal a lot of damage.
Oh, really? You can just keep going? Oh, wow.
Yeah, like for days.
Yeah. And he doesn't move? It's similar to the Krang strategy you're going to be doing soon?
Yeah.
Like, is it a standstill?
Yeah, well, it kind of like slowly goes backwards because of the way that he animates when he gets hit. It just means more free damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I give credit to the designers of the Mousers are quite frustrating in this game. I mean, they're very well designed to make you hate them too.
Actually, also like the thing I hate most in this room is that electric gate.
Oh yeah, again, especially
because otherwise they'd be kicking more freely, right?
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, and especially again, you can't really. Well, you can use your special. Again, you're going to pay a price depending where you go with it.
Yeah, but not because of this guy, but because of because there's another pizza. This is not a very stressful part of the game. Like the worst case scenario is that maybe you come down to the part where you're forced to use specials, and then have to use specials all the way to the pizza, the second section of the stage. So it's not the worst.
Yeah. Nicely done there.
I just read the comment about 4 pizza.
Now, what would make it so into? Well, I mean, that's how it always was in beat 'em ups, right? The floor food. Streets of Rage does the same thing. You have a nice apple or turkey or.
Yeah, I think it depends on the quality of the floor.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a really clean floor.
Well, that's what a viewer said here. A viewer was saying that it looks like Krang, hired a nice cleaning service here. This floor looks pretty, looks pretty shiny actually.
Yeah, it's
very radiant glow on that floor compared to others like that, like level 3 where the streets have cracks in them, where you after you fight Slash.
Yeah, you take a look if that pizza's run over by a bowling ball. It's probably past its due.
Maybe one day they'll implement putting it like at least like in a box or something.
Okay, there's the last pizza. After this is when the level starts to go to bunk. And if we were actually going for like a deathless run, this is around the part where my heart starts to race.
Oh yeah, it's still not a given, huh? With Krang, yeah, I guess it never really is. Okay.
No, well, remember I said like, you can't really guarantee a run.
Yeah.
It's because of this one sequence here.
Oh.
Because too many things have to go right.
So it's almost like when people are doing speed runs in certain games, right? Where it's like you want a certain bad guy to line up somewhere.
I guess, except like the objective is just not get hit. Like this part over here.
Yeah.
Like everything leading up to this point, ideally you want to not get damaged by any other henchman from this point onward. I know this is true in general, but it's especially true here because you're just taking a life away from yourself that you could be using to survive one more hit against Krang, or
right,
against Shredder. Yeah, see, that's bad.
Yeah. Not bad.
That's lost the pip. Yeah, so like talking about like these guys for a moment. I've noticed that jump kicks work really well against these guys in both this game and Hyperstone Heist, but for different reasons.
I've never done a dropkick for the Stone Warriors and Hyperstone. Yeah, I get it. Now, have you done a deathless run on Hyperstone Heist? I know you're trying very close to getting that one. You're very close. I know that gauntlet is always heads or tails if you can get it.
Well, what's it like? I have to figure out the last two stages. Like if I had an empty queue, right, and I didn't have like 31 RPG redeems.
Yeah.
The next thing I'd be doing is like playing Hyperstone Heist and trying to figure out how to get a 1cc in it for sure.
Yeah, because I think we were talking before. You were actually saying, well, for you at least, Hyperstone Heist is more difficult than this game for you, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it like it's really a math problem, right? Was it like in that game I lose more lives than I do in this game? So that's all you need to ask first. Like, which one's harder game? Well, which one causes you to lose more lives? So that one? Okay, that one's harder then. And until you can like prove otherwise, then you can't really change that answer.
Yeah, Krang's pretty tough in that one, I would say, and Shredder's not yet. At least I don't have a pattern. The first three bosses are pretty easy. Like I say, Rocksteady, Leatherhead, and Tatsu all have like the same pattern, so they're not too tough. It's looks like Baxter Stockman's a little challenging, and then Krang and Shredder are pretty rough too.
There you go. Yeah, right now I'm playing pretty tilted. I can tell based off the amount of damage.
Hey, you had that awesome fight for Shredder though. Nobody can take that away from you. The one stick just pull the rabbit out of a hat in that one.
Oh yeah, no, that's why you shouldn't give up, right? Like even when like the elevator left, so I kept going. So I tried to play it.
Oh yeah, you
straight.
still had a shot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you made it through there without dying. So.
But yeah, was it like ideally at this part you don't want to lose more than 5 pips. If you're losing more than 5 pips.
Oh yeah,
But you'll know. Yeah, that's no. Yeah, you'll know you lose like 5 pips if you got like the score highlighted in such a way, right? Because like each of those digits counts for 2 pips. So right now we're 4 down.
Oh, okay. I never. Oh, so that's all right. So wait, say that again. That's how you can count your HP. Is there's 2 of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like, take a look at the way it lines up. It's always 2. Yeah. So right now I'm 4 pips down.
A nice little fun fact too for our viewers and myself included to keep track.
Yeah, it's not every turtle game where you can score 710,000 points, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If you get a score like that in turtles at a time, you definitely played it too long and found some sort of farming place. Who's your scoring turtles at time? 710,000.
Yeah.
How do you find that many foot soldiers? Oops, I accidentally just special out of.
Exactly.
That was pure. Like that was intentional. Like I intended to do that, but you really shouldn't be doing that because again, you're eating your own life meter. That's what happens when you get caught in the moment.
Yeah, see, oh, again, and sometimes it does happen by accident when you're trying to do that drop kick, so.
Nope, that was an accident. I totally wanted to hit that guy right in the bowling ball with it. Like, you're eating this today.
Right in the chin.
Okay, there you go. At least we'll get to demonstrate the jail thing. That does not have a life requirement. You know what I mean? So like.
Oh no, that and the super chat. No, at the end, we will have you back to this deathless run one day. It'll probably be like a bonus episode. Yeah, well, this one we'll be talking strats because again, there's not. I mean, while there are guides here, from what I've seen, I've seen videos, but again, nobody has actually shown the process of doing this Krang strategy here. And the idea of this, video is just to help people who are like, no, I want a challenge. I don't want to use the contra code. I just want to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. Just hit start and go. And to make sure you beat it with either a 1cc challenge or, at least just beating the game period. Because you do get 3 continues, right, in this one, Vance?
You do, but like, continue brings you so far back.
Especially in this one, yeah. So what happens? So if you beat Krang and you lose that Super Shredder, do you go to Super Shredder or no? I forget how that works.
No, you don't. You go back to the beginning right before the second pizza.
Wow. You have to do that grind. Oh, yeah, that's such a demoralizer to grind all the way back there. Jeez.
Well, the real demoralizing part about it is that you do it with less starting lives, right? Because, like, right now we're at 8 lives in reserve. So the odds of, like, a 1cc are just super high. Yeah. But even if it were, like, something like 4, if you're used to playing with that tempo and then you go back to, like, 2 in reserve, yeah, that's the demoralizing part.
Yeah.
I'd happily walk this path if there were, like, 3 1-ups in the end.
Yeah. Well, now you could. Now, usually, if you do get a game over and you take over in the second level, how many 1-ups can you get before Super Shredder? Is it possible to at least get 1, maybe 2, point-wise?
Yeah, 1, maybe 2 is very realistic. Because you'll get to like 50,000 points before getting to this part here.
Okay.
And the amount of points you get from like being the bosses should take you safely to like that second life. Now, if you're playing with a partner, different story.
Yeah.
You'll both fall short, and then. But then you have like twice the number of lives to play with to start, so nothing to worry about.
Mission of this podcast episode was to update everybody here and just appreciate this game too, because I really don't see too many people stream this one on Twitch either. It's either if they're doing like a marathon where they're just playing a whole bunch of games, but I always like watching people play this one. Music's good, fights are good, story's great. A nice satisfactory ending too, if you can get there. Isn't that nice too, Vance? The final foot soldiers are your 3 favorites.
Yes, it's how I know it's the end of the game.
Yep.
Look at that! Look the amount of damage they're doing because I'm tilted. Oh no, that's terrible.
Yep. All right, here we go, folks. This is one of the main keys right here. Putting Krang in jail.
Okay, so
let's hear it.
Yeah, so look at where I'm standing. That's the important part. It's going to be like, was it below and to the left of where he's going to pop out from? That's going to make him want to go backwards to the right, which is where he wanted to go. That's how I send him to jail.
This is the first of 3 phases, you call it, right?
Yeah.
Wow, so you just don't even hit him when he's wide open. Your main goal is to just get him locked in that spot, so don't even go for him until he's there.
Right. You can actually get 4. It's just a little bit harder because they don't have the audio cues.
Yeah, right. Bosses away from victory here, guys.
Yeah, the only problem like trying to explain how to beat Krang in one playthrough is that during his second phase he does like one of like two different things.
Well, since it is not, I mean, since it isn't a deathless run anymore, you probably, if you need to do like an example, we could show a couple things here now too.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like we tried so hard to make this look like a natural run up to this point, right? So like, no point botching it now by like
So pretty much these guys
using rewind rapidly against Krang.
So what's your strategy? Like, can you hurt the legs or no?
I do not aim for the legs. So like they have shared hit points, so you can get past the second phase without hitting the legs ever. Theoretically, you could fight just the legs, but you'll discover that the legs have a giant hitbox. I was gonna say hitbox. Yeah. They have a giant hitbox. Okay, so this is one of the scenarios. Okay, the legs are on the right side, Krang is on the left side. This is a beautiful scenario because you just wait for Krang to fire his laser, and then you hit him. It's a free hit every time, and you move up and down to kind of avoid his legs.
Yeah. And again, patience is key here again, guys. There's no rush here. There's no time limits.
Yeah, this does not happen all the time, but when it does, so like you milk it for all it's worth. You'll discover that you're doing damage just at a low rate anyway, that you're still getting he's still technically winning, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But again, you've got lives to spare, so again, this is okay if you're looking for a 1cc. Yeah, you've got him pinned down there nicely.
Yeah, I don't remember which of the runs I have where this is the situation that happened, but this is like... Oh, okay, thank God. Lost my patience. Remember, like, this is like, you're not really watching the head, you're watching the legs.
Oh, really? So you're not even really paying attention. You're just keeping them, and you want to make sure you're not on the same plane, right? I think you taught me that trick too.
Yeah. Nope. Did you switch sides? No, it's still going back. Yeah, buddy. Thank you. You don't have to do that, but yeah. Chose to.
Again, the purpose of this video too is just to see how simple it is to defeat Krang. I mean, again, you may lose 1 or 2 lives here, but not many. You're not sitting there like gushing in sweat, just oh my god, get bopped around, and you're not even using your special attack here either.
No. Well, it's not practical. Yeah. Well, so like even if you land it, there's a good chance the legs are going to hit you on the way down.
Oh yeah, especially with Michelangelo. Good point.
Yeah. I think this is actually one of those instances where it's good to be Raphael.
Oh yeah, because you can. That's a good point. Because you can drill the legs, right? Is that what you were going to share? You can just kind of focus.
Yeah, well, you could like drill in such a way that you hit the head and go through the legs.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit of health there. That's great. Oh, okay. So that's how you don't do that. Let's see if he goes back to his left side, because like that's still the behavior you want, right?
Yeah, stay focused on it. Yeah, right. Don't lose. Yeah, right. Don't like you're saying, as best you can, avoid tilt mode because you don't want to just throw the fight. You've worked so hard to get here. And a lot of gamers, I mean, again, because this game is a mental grind. It takes anywhere between what 45 to 90 minutes sometimes to beat this one.
Yeah, I think 45 to 90 is a realistic like amount to give yourself when trying to beat this game. Also, I just noticed you can land 2 jump kicks pretty comfortably. That's instead of 1. That would have possibly saved this run.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't orange. Okay, so he's going back together. Just watch. Just like he's not gonna hit like any other time after this, and then whatever game.
So right under that like line right there is where you want to be. That's how you walk him back there, right? Okay.
I wasn't even looking at the line. I was looking at him.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point of reference. And really, the biggest difference between third and first phase is that he's got that move where he goes to like electric body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is why I'm not jump kicking him. So even a scenario if you didn't put him in jail, yeah, you don't want to be jump kicking, and you want to keep like attacks like this to stay at a distance so you don't electrocute yourself.
GG's, and then there was one.
And then there was one.
It's funny how the Super Shredder in Turtles 2 is just... There's so many Super Shredders in all these Turtle video games now, all because of that movie. This was never in the comics, never in the cartoon, just from the movie.
Okay. Speaking of which, just like here's a good thing to talk about. Was like just really break down Super Shredder fight since this run is in the bunk anyway.
Yeah.
You start at the lower left corner. He starts at the very middle. This is not a good position, right?
Okay.
So your first priority should be doing anything in your power to escape from this, otherwise you get hit multiple times. So like I already gave him too much time because looking at this position, it's not very good. Yeah. So like I'm just gonna try jump kicking, see if it gives me the distance I want. Nope. Okay, now here's the other thing: how to dodge those electricity. Okay, easiest way to dodge is by using special. But if you do that, you're also taking damage. Instead, you want to wait until the lightning comes down, and then you walk up from that moment.
Down,
okay, right, so I'm gonna walk up, but like, pay attention to the lightning itself instead of like when I'm walking up.
Well, the minute it hits the ground, then you dart up. Okay, so you just have to have precise timing, then you're in the clear. Wow.
Yeah. Was it like so this top part over here?
Yeah.
Was it like because there's no space left to go up? Huh? You jump down. It still works.
Oh.
Right. It's just the timing's a little tougher. You want to avoid that situation, but if you are in that situation, jump down. That's the only difference.
Pretty much automatic for you now for most of them.
Yeah. So here's the other part. Now like with Super Shredder's on the very top, and it's like we're about the middle of the screen, and he's on the right side. It's in this position where the technique we talked about before, where you can hit him 3 times, works.
Just like the Technodrome battle with the other show. Yeah, you brought this up. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, instead he goes into this, but if he didn't, that would have been like prime time to do that.
And it looks like you're able to hit him 4 times when he does that charge up lightning move.
No. Let's try it now.
Okay. It looked like you had
4. I'm not using a number. I'll pay attention to lightning itself.
Oh, there's your 4. Okay, so you can get. Okay, it depends on how quick you get to him. Okay.
Like I think like that time was 5, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so I would not use that as like a way of like kind of counting. I would watch the lightning itself, making sure you can time it so you don't do what I just did there. Oh. Nope, that's bad. That was kind of bad too, but that's kind of like what happens when you work on a full health bar. It's like, oh yeah, I got all the life in the world.
Yeah, you feel like you're on King of the World. And it's like, yeah, there's really no sweating yet. Okay.
Yeah, but in reality, it was like if we were playing this and our life bar would be much shorter.
Oh yeah.
This would not be as comfortable right now.
I appreciate you keeping your composure with us, Vance. It's been a great stream so far. Just learn a lot, man. Just making this game a lot easier for people with the purpose of this and the intention. So I can't thank you enough for popping on here. And again, just still playing with integrity. Like I say, most people would just be like, I'm just spamming my special here. But appreciate you showing us actually how to play this the right way.
Well, was it like technically special is playing the right way too, right? It's just that was it like you're paying a steep price to play it that way.
Yeah.
And so the more you don't have to do that, the more life you're going to have for the next thing.
Right. Because there is potential if you botch up your special too much and he hits that, you know, turns into... How many hit points do you lose if you get hit into a baby turtle? Do you know?
It feels like 7 or 8 tabs.
7 or 8? Wow. Damn.
Yeah, it's not good. It's just... Oh. Go back here again. Okay, there wasn't a space that time.
So for all the video games, which shredder is your favorite? Is it the arcade, the first one where he has multiple shredders? Is that your favorite shredder fight?
My favorite shredder fight?
Yeah, of all the retro ones. Be it Game Boy, Nintendo, Sega. You got a favorite?
Oh, probably no. It's in this one, the sixth stage.
Yeah, this is the first shredder. Okay.
Yeah, the first shredder. Because if you look at it like from like a thematic standpoint, he's not using any fancy tricks. He's just fighting you hand to hand, weapon to weapon. Who's really better?
Man against turtle.
Oh, come on. Be a palsy.
I played this with somebody before, and he did a double with that shadow move, and that really hurt me. It's like, what the heck? All right. The shredder is down.
Yeah, so what's it like? So number of kangaroo kicks thrown, 0. More important, take a look at like if you tried like this run, like how much life you have left afterwards, because that gives you a clue of how hard you have to work during like your next run to make it that far. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. So watching this as a whole, is there anything you could have done to give yourself a better shot with that run for a deathless chance?
Well, you just kind of look at like where the deaths occurred, right?
Yeah,
so
the mousers, that's pretty much was just the only. That's the only rough spot I saw, was just those mousers popping out.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna try that and like listen, ideally when you do Michelangelo's move, you want to be kangaroo kicking to the left, right? Because you kangaroo to the right, you're gonna fall in the hole. So yeah. I think I would try harder to stay to the right side, even though that's riskier on paper, because falling in the hole is still like overall less of a risk than getting eaten by several mousers. So that's what I would change, knowing that they're, you know, because we played the game enough times that we know when those are going to happen, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah, for me and you, yeah, we played this way for years and years. So I do want to say thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And where can people find you? I know you stream on Twitch. Do you do anything on YouTube?
Oh yeah, what's it like? I do have like some reviews posted from over there because I like reviewing games as they're played on minigame consoles. So if I did like a review of Castlevania, for example, it wouldn't be Castlevania, it would be Castlevania, but if you played it on the NES Classic Edition, because I'm more curious about not so much like how faithful it is to like if it's like 100% perfect port, but like is it still fun to play in that platform? Because the answer isn't always yes. So
well, yeah.
That's what's exciting to me.
Yeah. I gotta check them. Now, do you notice in those reviews, like, do they cut parts out? Like, or do they change anything? Or is,
Well, sometimes they just don't capture everything technically, right? Like one of the mini consoles I played more than the other ones is TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and so like through that I've heard people tell me about things that were missing from the mini versions of the games, but you wouldn't know unless you've played both versions.
really? All right, and what games are you currently working on?
Let's see. A lot of RPGs. Was it like the current challenge is to try to beat Final Fantasy for the NES without a single party wipe? So it's actually been really good so far, and I'm a fan of jinxing my own runs. So it's like we've managed to get like the third orb using 4 knights without a single death.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I got really lucky during the Estus fight. Didn't get rubbed, which opens up the opportunity to potentially get through like the whole game without losing a single character at all. But the problem is it's uncharted territory, right? So until you test it, you don't know what works and what doesn't.
Exactly. Oh, man. Well, Vance, I can't thank you enough for the time spent with us this Saturday night. Be sure to check out Vance on Twitch and YouTube, guys, if you want some awesome gaming reviews. And do comment below on this video if this has helped you at all with your Turtles 3 grinds. Vance, you have yourself a good one, and hopefully we'll get you on for another one if you step up your well, you gotta have time for Turtles. You gotta get some turtle time for Hyperstone Heist. We'd love to have you back for a deathless or 1 credit clear for Hyperstone Heist on Sega Genesis.
Let's say for 1 credit clear, that appears to be the trend.
Yeah, exactly. Seems like a nice safety net. Alrighty, Vance, have a good one, dude. Thanks again for coming on. We appreciate you. Turtle power.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.